It's your boy Slim Sab, I stay gritting and grinding. Paint dripping off the slab, main the left wrist shining. Puffing on the best herb, purchase all the best clothes. Brody, fuck what you heard, over here we getting dope. Hella marijuana smoke, VIP with model hoe. Get them high, got them drunk, now they all wanna go. Got it crunk, get it turned, keep the groupies getting low. Getting blade till I'm burnt, I sitting low, bro.
I'm $1 million dream. Bean for the green with the cookies and the cream. Tell you how to get it with the package and the beam. Legal over legal and it hard as it seems. You know what I mean? Never trigger but a quicker just to let it go. Like a buddy in the wind, I'ma let it blow. Bottle bottles at the bar, I'ma let it flow. Little change for my chain, I'ma let it glow. Never cuss it on the chick, better let it hoe. Let the right girls in, fuck it, let it snow. Tip a couple bottles, got a couple models. Tell the beat when I leave just to let them know. You got some rap bottom. Yo, where them stacks? I got them. Money ain't a thing like your main before the tax.
When I step up in the club, bet I'm buying all the bottles. When I leave out for the night, bet I'm leaving with the models. Going heavy on the gas, 140 on the throttle. It ain't nothing, baby, we gon' do the same old thing tomorrow. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight.
Cause I gotta get the paper stack. My money get booked, that's what I call a paper back. Me living lavish, I'm headed up with a paper tag. I put in work cause somebody gotta pay for that. Almighty made for that, so I came up with a scheme. Then I got my game up with my team. Now I'm trying to get my name up on the cream. It's a shame the only dream. Better get up out your bed. I ain't preaching to you, homie, but faith without work is dead. I'ma go get it instead. I take my words, turn them to action. While you settling, taking a loss, I enjoy success satisfaction.
Racks on racks, stacks on stacks. Maseratis back to back, from VIP down to the track. They know what we do it big, gotta get it how I live. Raising funds, but I don't give. Nobody fresher than the kid. Don't believe it, ask your chick. She just want me cause I'm rich, but I don't trick and I don't treat. Be her $1 million dreams, another $1 million scheme. Nobody fucking with that squad. We that $1 million dream, stacking millions is my job.
When I step up in the club, bet I'm buying all the bottles. When I leave out for the night, bet I'm leaving with the models. Going heavy on the gas, 140 on the throttle. It ain't nothing, baby, we gon' do the same old thing tomorrow. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight. I'm $1 million dream, here's a penny for your sight.
If you don't work and you don't eat, you don't grind and you don't shine. So every time I hit the block, nigga, all them knocks on me. Petty Swiss or Gorgonzola, boy, I gotta get my cheese. We them alphabet boys, keep the K's with the G.
Check it, when you wanna go up in there. When you tryna be, I'm already in there. Game spitting till I'm all within here. And you still be watered down like swimwear. Flow smooth like a G6 in air. But the rougher than I feel for the cactus. For the kicker with my skill, take practice. You can spend a lifetime, still can't match this.
When I step up in the club, bet I'm buying all the bottles. When I leave out for
All right. I think I finally figured this shit out. All right. And this is been a hell of a morning trying to figure out how to get the audio going so you guys can hear this video about Hassan Campbell. I don't know why I'm getting so much feedback. That's right. And once again, just wanted to say that, you know, this video is no way to shame victims and people who actually go through different situations when it comes to abuse of any kind. That's not my thing, but when certain people come at things a certain way, I think it draws reasonable skepticism. And it makes you ask questions like, oh, okay, you know, you say you were molested by African Bambaataa, and this was the culture that you were around. But yet, he was well old enough to know better, in my opinion. And a lot of what he says doesn't add up. And, you know, I had friends say, oh man, you know, you cold for that. But I ain't the only one to think so. And, you know, there's been plenty of YouTubers that have pointed it out. And I came across this video with Yuck saying the same thing. and I wanted to share it. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
Hassan fuck with the wrong period. Hassan fuck with the wrong man. Leave that boy alone, man. He did a response, asked for all types of like playing the victim. I'm just a little guy that got woo, 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 woo. Speaking of that, bro. Stop disrespecting the legendary motherfucking African Bambaataa, man. You didn't get raped. You were in a relationship, my brother. You know, no disrespect to people out there who have been through that situation. But this gentleman right here, it happened, and he continued to be around this man into his adulthood and was bodyguarding for this dude and just was still with this dude. Now, I assume somebody that only get raped one time, they stay away from the person that they get them arrested or something. How's the person that you're hanging around them and you're bodyguarding and you're doing all of this and for years and years and years after the alleged whatever happened allegedly, you're with this guy for years and years and years. There's pictures of you grown, being a security for this dude that you say is a monster and a or whatever, but you're with this motherfucker as a grown ass man. But you said he did something to you when you were little. What made this little motherfucker that got allegedly had something bad happen to him hang with the motherfucker that did something bad to him until he's old, until he's a full grown man and still doing shit with this guy? That's a relationship. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. And if that man chooses to get down like that, whoever get down like that, that's y'all business. However y'all get down, that's y'all business. I'm just saying the situation. Quit faking like you got, like quit acting like the victim when you was a participant. You can't act like the victim when you was participating, man. You had to catch a bus, a train, or something to get to this mother walk. You had to hop out of bed to go. We seen you in them pictures. You had to go on a train, something to get you there. Nobody kidnapped you, grabbed you from the stoop and made you hang with this man. You still was with this man for hella long after that. So like, come on, man. Like all the bullshit, man. And then you feel sorry for you, and then you get to clown at everybody else, and you act like you the only one that went through some. And then you start wanting niggas to feel sorry. Hey, man, people in the chat.
I don't have a fucking Lamborghini. I don't have a garage filled with books that contain all the knowledge that I need. But what I do have is an online business that's generating me over $300,000 in revenue per month. Not only that, but as
worst things you ever went through in life. Like, what the f? Who cares? So the chat gonna make some shit. Yeah, I was too. I was like, come on, man. Sympathy cries. When he got cooked, he ethered you. He G-checked the shit out you. He invites you to a fight. You and your response talking about you ain't showing up to no mailbox. And you want to what happened allegedly. You're with this guy for years and years and years. There's pictures of you grown. Being a security for this dude that you say is a monster and a or whatever. But you're with this motherfucker as a grown ass man. But you said he did something to you when you were little. What made this little motherfucker that got allegedly had something bad happen to him hang with the motherfucker that did something bad to him until he's old, until he's a full grown man and still doing shit with this guy? That's a relationship. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. And if that man chooses to get down like that, whoever get down like that, that's y'all business. However y'all get down, that's y'all business. I'm just saying the situation. Quit faking like you got, like quit acting like the victim when you was a participant. You can't act like the victim when you was participating, man. You had to catch a bus, a train, or something to get to this mother walk. You had to hop out of bed to go. We seen you in them pictures. You had to go on a train, something to get you there. Nobody kidnapped you, grabbed you from the stoop and made you hang with this man. You still was with this man for hella long after that. So like, come on, man. Like all bullshit, man. And then you feel sorry for you, and then you get to clown at everybody else, and you act like you the only one that went through some. And then you start wanting niggas to feel sorry. Hey, man, people in the chat, man, tell me what the worst things you ever went through in life. Like, what the f? Who cares? So the chat gonna make some shit. Yeah, I was too. I was like, come on, man. Sympathy cries. When he got cooked, he ethered you. He G-checked the shit out you. He invites you to a fight. You and your response talking about you ain't showing up to no mailbox. And you want to fight my song and somebody else. Like, fuck out of here, man. He didn't even mention Sinetta or nothing. Like, Sinetta and his mother. Man, speaking of Sinetta, man, shout out Sinetta, but he's dissing Sinetta. He's talking to mother Kwame. And then he said, I ain't talking about you, man. Speaking of Sinetta, man, Sinetta made that 1 million. Like, what the f? This is Kwame talking to you and asking you questions, and you going to Sinetta. that put you on. Sinetta put him on. I ain't never would heard of Hassan Campbell if it wasn't for Sinetta. Period. So you gonna put you on the YouTube game. Sinetta in the building. Man, Sinetta, man. I'll send you a link to get up in this mother. This is where you came from. This is the brother who put you on. Got the YouTube audience from the interviews that you did with Sinetta. And this is when it's real black power structure. Everybody's black power, you know what I mean? And then you get up there, talk about your victim, and then every other shit, you just start being gangster. It's not black power no more. It's not black unity. It's not the white man's it's the rappers the problem. Now the rapper is the devil. The entertainer is the devil. The ball player is the devil. Like, what happened to the white man being the devil? He escaped the whole message. He left it and started focusing on his own community. Allegedly, he's a fucking Dominican. He ain't even black. So who gives a But he's focusing on us with our issues and our problems. He ain't never said nothing about the Dominican and what they going through. When the motherfucking Latin Kings was doing it in Chicago, you know what I mean? Just, you know what they was doing? I ain't got to go there. But you know what they was doing when that shit was going down? He ain't saying about that. You got to keep letting these culture vultures come in our motherfucking culture, man. Suck it dry and then want you to feel victim for them after they done shit on everybody, man. You can't be dissing and disrespecting everybody and on everybody. Then when you respond and shit back, now you back the victim. Oh, feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for the broke guy. Man, these billionaires, you're looking up to these shit. It sound like a mad. Sound like a nigga mad at everybody in life. And then you know, you can't. These little in the streets don't give a fuck about what you did in the 90s, man, or what you did in the 80s. It's about now. You bring your old ass to the block, they gonna torture you. Trying to come out, catch bodies. Well, you better catch one right now because you're in the danger zone. And we don't give a fuck about what you did in the 80s or the 90s. It's 2021 and we laying shit down. You seen that when you went to your hood and you was arguing with that young boy. He didn't give a fuck about your old stories. That's the YouTube that's snitching on all the block because I got to get up on it. You had to grab your shit. Now, if you was a real nigga from the hood that did all that shit that you say, that got respect, the youngin would have known who you was and gave you nothing but absolute respect. He wouldn't have came at you wrong. Now, you going out there talking your stories and trying to tough it and be the king of the block, they ain't letting that happen. But you just walking on the block. Oh, that's the OG. That's a brother. They would have respected you. It wasn't no respect. Bro, trying to get all you. It's because he pocket watching. He's saying that Kwame is running it up. He's the hottest on YouTube right now. Every time he drops something, it's like 200,000-300,000 views instantly. Instantly. He's the man. He running it up. And I guess the YouTuber is mad. He want to be the only one running it up on YouTube, man. That's why I'm glad I'm not monetized, man. Because if they have acting like that, man, I'm cool. For YouTube penny, I'm cool. So it's like you want to feel sorry for you, but you keep on everybody that helps you. Everyone that helps you, you on them. I think a Queen's Flip, he was that paid a lot of attention to your story, man. Gave you a nice interview, blew your shit up. You start getting that Queen's Flip back. Like, I don't know what the like victims like to fucking victimize everybody else. It seemed like exactly what Kwame said. Victim like to victimize everybody else. Period. I mean, you know, you taking your shit out that you went through allegedly out on everybody else. And it's cool for you to flash and rant and clown and disrespect everybody. But as soon as somebody come back to you, now you're the victim. Oh, why little on me? Oh, why me? I did this. I'm broke. I'm from the hood. And they're billionaires. But you was tough talking. Don't compare me to no ball player. You know, I looked up to Big Meech. No, you didn't. You looked up to African Bambaataa. The f you talking about? Big Meech wasn't even popping in the 80s like that. How the f you looking up to Big Meech? He wasn't even in the 80s like that. Big Meech is a 2000 thing. Late 90s thing. Not no mother 80s when you was hanging with African Bambaataa when you was little. You hold 40-something. How you looking up to Big Meech right now? I wait. You said he was looking up to it. That's his age. I used to roll with Big Meech. I can't say I looked up to him because I didn't grow up around him. Looking up to somebody so you grow up around and you really see the movements and then motivate you as you grow up to be like them. I didn't see Big Meech when I was growing up. I seen in my hood like Little D, you know what I mean? The boys, period. You know what I mean? The boys out there doing their thing and open. And when you're in the streets, you know what I mean? You looking up to the mother with the most money in the neighborhood, period. As a child, a youngster, not no grown-ass man that's 40-something, 30-something years old. Nigga, I'm hanging with me. I'm watching them pull out mother hockey bags, nigga, throwing $300,000-500,000 in the club. The whole floor is nothing but dollars. You can't even see the rug. Everything is dollars everywhere. All over the mother booths is all dollars. Never said I looked up to the and I hung up with him. Hung out with him. I can't look up if I didn't grow up with him. Period. Now, be motivated by him? Absolutely motivated. You should have said, yeah, I was motivated by Big Meech. You didn't grow up looking to no Big Meech. Big Meech didn't have no fortune in the 80s, bro. When you was little, you want niggas to feel sorry for you. Because you gave it. You gave it. Nobody took it. You gave that shit. and you kept giving it. Kept on pulling up, kept catching the A train, the B train, the Z train, whatever train you caught in New York, wherever you was from, Bronx River, whatever you took from the Bronx to pull up, or whatever skateboard you rode, whatever bicycle, whatever you rode on the shoulder, back, whatever. However you got there, the motherfucking African Boombada, you got there. Nobody kidnapped your ass, nobody took you, stole you, or nothing. You hopped off the stoop and scooted. Period. And kept on scooting as you got older and older and older. You kept scooting and kept showing up and showing out. So you're not a victim. You're not a victim. That was a full-blown relationship, man. Crush on you. Period. Lil Kim and Lil C's. You had a crush on that, bro. You had a man crush, man. You was living out your wildest dreams, bro. Period.
Man. Ain't really much to say necessarily
The rocket equation. It's
to that. But yeah, just with that said, like the reason why I wanted to share that is because I don't know. I think that further makes me feel not as crazy as some people may say that I am sometimes. But you can't just tell me anything, you know? And, you know, you have a guy that, like he says, that, you know, every time you turn around, he's going in and about our culture. He's not really technically of our culture. And kind of picks and chooses when to play the victim card over something that he seemingly created. And so, yeah. And like I said, I'm not fucking nuts. I mean, shoot, I could tell when somebody's full of shit. And the whole story with Africa Bambaataa, it just ultimately seemed full of shit. And it just ain't no way. 16, 17 years old, you goddamn know better. I got a 17-year-old son, and I bet you can't put your dick in his mouth. I'm just sorry. It's just no way. And I think the problem with people is just the rush to sympathy and automatically accepting victims without asking any damn questions, because we've always been kind of told to don't ask questions or don't shame victims, but sometimes certain shit just don't seem right. Like you got to make it make sense. And then you fast forward now, and then the dude be online trying to talk tough about everybody. He'll turn around. And I notice, like, with a lot of the conflicts that he gets into, he'll turn around and call somebody soft. And I'm like, yo, what is softer than being of age and getting your cheeks clapped by another dude? But he be like, oh man, I didn't tell you wasn't no street nigga. Like, he one of them type dudes and shit. I didn't tell you one of them niggas that was soft and, you know, you used to get your money took and shit. Like, man. For example, even if I was the type that always got my lunch money took, ain't nobody ever took my ass. I don't know, I just think he just lose sight of how he came into all this. Because I would honestly hate to think that dudes out here pulling Me Too shit for clout. That's just like, that's super trash. Your claim to fame is a flip on your boyfriend or your ex. Because I mean, honestly, that's just what it seemed like it was. I ain't here to not people and what they choose to do and their preferences and all that shit, whatever. But dude seemed like a scorn lover. And that's just what it was. I ain't the only one to think it. I wanted to share that. So when I spoke on it, then people were like, oh man, shoot. Please, got the bullshit. But oh yeah, and shout out to my boy earlier to let me run the video for 20 minutes twice and didn't say anything. Those said a couple of those for that. But yeah, I've been me for a couple minutes. Once again, let me know your opinions. Are we scared to follow? Let me know if you agree, disagree, or it's fuck me. It's all good. And yeah, been me for a couple more minutes. And I'm out this bitch.